Alright, so the last part was actually horrible. It went extremely poorly, and one thing I wanted to show you guys was this. So see how I'm covered in green poison? It's just going to keep accumulating, and eventually it'll start dropping off on my head and all that. So, yes, hopefully it didn't turn out to be that much of a colossal mess, but at the same token I really have no idea. Because so much recording drama, it really pisses me off. So this is Harvest Valley, and Harvest Valley is all about poison. But a lot of these enemies can be dealt with from a distance, like these things here. It's just a matter of... Oh wow, I haven't upgraded my bow, have I? That's very linear. And it has a little bit of splash damage, so just be careful of that. So yes, as future reference, I'm going to try and keep parts around 15-20 minutes long. I know what I'm doing now. The very first playthrough I did, the first half of the series that I had was me pretty much playing this blind. And now I know what to do, I know where to go, I know what enemies are strong and weak against. I still make careless and stupid mistakes, as does everybody. You know, people just kind of run through and do that. Seeing as I haven't spoken to Gavlan in... No, I don't think I spoke to Gavlan in the thing. Let's have a look. I can't fucking hurt, can it? Skeleton will spawn in here, I'm pretty sure. Yep. I'm gonna take care of him. And if we spoke to Gavlan in... Fuck! No Man's Wharf. You should be here. And we didn't. Yay. It's exactly what I wanted. Because if we spoke to him here, then the next time we see him, we would have been there permanently, and he would have been able to sell us shit, unlimited shit. And I like poisoning things with my arrows. It's a lot easier to do with enemies. So you were a lot weaker than the other skull for some reason. I run through the poison. And I picked up a fragrant branch of yore. So one thing that Scholar of the First Sin has a lot more of is fragrant branches of yore. And that's especially apparent. You need them a lot more. So there's one that you need in just to finish off the tutorial things. If you plan on lighting all the torches, you get an NPC invader. And yeah, so it's really interesting how many there are. It makes it a lot easier if you're traveling through the Shaded Woods, which I haven't done yet. And in both versions of the game, you get the fragrant branch of yore after you've beaten the Lost Sinner. And we've already beaten the Lost Sinner, so... Care for those. Yeah, we've already beaten the Lost Sinner, so we already would have had a fragrant branch of yore. I don't think I've used it on the Shaded Wood ruins yet, but that'll be at a later part. That'll probably be after we've finished this area. And hopefully by now you guys know what the story is about. If not, I'll kind of give you a little bit of a run through. So this story is, it's about collecting. You don't have to collect the 4 old one souls. For some reason, you don't have to. You need at least 1,000,000 souls in your soul memory to progress. And let's see how many I've got. I have 182,000. The absolute very top right, I'll indicate an arrow. Shows you how many souls you have in your memory. When that hits 1,000,000, you can... Let's do that screen share thing again. When it hits 1,000,000, you can get into the Shrine of Winter. But that's dangerous. It's dangerous going through that area just for now. Yeah, so you can go through the Shrine of Winter with 1,000,000 souls, so you can go through with 4 Lord souls. Canonically, you would kill the 4 old ones, I should say, not Lord souls, because that was from Dark Souls 1. when you've killed the 4 old ones, the door will open up no matter how many souls you have, and that's most likely going to be the case with us. Speedrunners tend to usually collect 4 or so bonfire ascetics and just camp the rotten for the extra souls, and then just use them as an easy way to get through, which we could technically do that, but I'm going to go through and kill every boss. So that's coming from a bitch over here or something, or up here, isn't it? Yeah, she's up there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there she is. Pain in the ass. These fat dudes, they're slow but they hurt. You can block their attacks. I'm just gonna lure him backwards. They're kinda like the Turtle Knights, but not in turtle gear. It's another swing. So, there's that. Also, I don't know where he's going, so I'm just gonna run. Yeah, I'm still getting that screen tear, and I'm not entirely sure why. I don't like it. Maybe my settings didn't get set on OBS. This is why Harvest Valley is sort of important. It's not really sort of important, it is important. If you're going to enter the Sunborough Covenant, then this is it. And one thing Dark Souls 2 definitely has over the rest of the Dark Souls games. 4 rings, is that all I have? Jesus Christ. One thing Dark Souls 2 definitely has over the rest of the games is a myriad of bosses. There are honestly so many bosses in this game, it's not even funny. There's so many. I think there's a total of like 35 or 36 bosses. So this dude's gonna get poisoned, so all we really need to do is just wait. I'm gonna bait out his attacks. And yeah, he's dead. And then there's another guy in here we can do the exact same thing to. Oh, I almost didn't trust myself there. So now we're introduced to these little... It's not going to be the last time we see these little ladybug type things. Oh shit, I forgot about you, hey. Definitely get rid of these people first. So I feel like a lot of the parts that I have, because there are so many bosses in the game, I feel like a lot of parts that I'll end up doing will have boss in front of them. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but an item in there, we'll get a second. I've accidentally propelled myself off of that little ramp there, so I'm always kind of hesitant. There's a dude here. He actually hit me, surprising. Going to clear this area just here. Forgot about you. We gotta be careful because every single one of these pots contains poison. You can tell because there's that green shit in the top. And this is going to most likely be a poison trap. So we're gonna roll away. And collect that torch. Don't really care too much about torches. And here we have a boss door. Sorry about that, might be a little kind of irregularity in the recording. So I had to pause it and start back over again. but it should be okay now. What have I got for this boss? I don't think any urns really matter. I will coat my weapon in lightning though, just to see how we go with that. I think it's going to matter that much. But this is honestly one of the more pushover bosses. There are just so many of them, and a lot of them aren't really that dangerous. So this guy has a few different attacks. His tongue attack's one of them. He's got a roll, he's got a body slam, and he's got a head smack like that. Here's a roll. I'm just going to roll it the way. Rolls back over quickly, so you got to be careful. He can grab you and eat you, I'm pretty sure. And a lot of his attacks won't do more than, say, 60% of your health. So you don't have to worry too much about him. Always make sure you got some stamina just in case. See, he's doing a roll. So I'm just going to have a drink right now just to make sure that I stay out of like lethal. I've never seen that move before. Holy shit. There's his front on slam. Always make sure you got some stamina left over. Here's his devour, and he got me. So I'm just hitting buttons to make sure I get out of this as fast as possible. Oh, I'm pausing. Great. Oh wait, he's unequipped all my shit. Well played. Holy fuck. That's balls, man. Whatever. Oh my god. That won't matter too much. Yeah, see, I'll kill him in the next combo. There you go. Fuck me! Slammed into the pot. Covetous demon. Jabba the Hutt. Holy fuck, I look so dumb with that on. What was I wearing? Falconers. Oh, I had my rings and everything. Oh, okay. And my arrows. And my bow. I was unequipped everything. Apart from this. Thank fucking god. I had a big problem if that happened. I'm gonna wear this hat. That's so dumb. I don't think I had a hat on, did I? No. Oh, because I had a Ricard's rape hat, so I'll get my Ricard's rape hat. What helmet can I wear without being too overburdened? That looks like shit. Whatever, it's not Fashion Souls. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so we're going to light this bonfire, and we're going to... I'm going to go back to Majula and level up, and then we're going to continue with the next part.
Bearer of the curse, seek the king, lest this...
What are we going to do? Two levels. Let's have a look. Oh shit. Okay, whatever, we'll collect these in a sec. That away, bows. That away, that. Okay, so I want... Alright. Kind of collect and hold on to every single soul, but I might... No, I'll keep these. Keep these for argument's sake soon. Just so if we ever... Actually no, I'll keep the broadsword just in case I start running low on durability on one of them. Because it means I can quickly swap between the two and I don't have to worry about using a repair powder. Okay, I'm going to use some souls before I level up. Hopefully it'll get me a few more levels, other than 2. Otherwise I might need to start figuring out ways. More souls. Let's try to level myself up a bit more. Make sure I don't make stupid mistakes and get myself in good stead for the future. So we've pretty much doubled our
Bearer
soul count.
of
So we should be able to get maybe 6 levels. Let's have a look. So we get 5. Okay, so I want to pour 2 into here. How much health does that give me? An extra what? So whatever, I'll just chuck them in there. And I'm going to buy 10 life gems. That's 3,000. I'll have 2,260 left. I'm going to reserve some souls. Oops. Oh, come on. For the bright bugs later on. No problem. And when I start defeating worthwhile bosses, I'm going to end up... that house right there. I'm going to end up... spending 10,000 or so souls, because when I start versing the later on bosses, he sells gear in relation to those, and Belstad's gear is just one of the best, in my opinion. Okay, so I'm going to head back to the Earthen Peak and the part.